Now, I was very interested in the 2022 Alabama runoff. I think it was in June. And I looked at the results from 4 different elections in our state: a federal Senate, a federal House election, a statewide election, Secretary of State, and a local state house there. And if you look at the numbers on the right-hand side of the final tallies, you'll notice that all of them, all of the losers won by around 36.3%. Look at the difference in the scatter of these numbers, which is very small. Very unusual, and you have to think to yourself, hey, is there an algorithm at play here? This is not natural. Another example. Again, during the November general election in 2022, I was very interested in the Alabama governor's race because I wanted to look and see how many people voted for Dean Odle, who was a write-in candidate. So I had at home, I had 2 screens on my computer. On the left-hand screen, I had CNN called up, and on the right-hand side, I had the Alabama Secretary of State's website called up to monitor the elections. I noticed something, and I picked up my camera and took these pictures. The first one from CNN was at 7:56, and you can see Kay Ivey had 5,033 votes. 3 minutes later, if you look at the Secretary of State's website, I took this picture, they're reporting 3,140 votes. Why is there a difference? Why is the information going from the state of Alabama faster to Seidel and to Edison and then to the news organizations faster than that goes to the Secretary of State's own website? To me, the information should be going exclusively to the Secretary of State's website and then to the rest of the world. This doesn't happen. And oh, by the way, somebody else noticed that Yolanda Flowers, who was running against Kay Ivey, at that same time there loses 388 votes. How does that happen? Is this an anomaly? Don't know. Anyway, Secretary of State is the last to get the results, and it looks like there's voter manipulation here. I'll give you another example. November 2020 general election when Trump was running against Joe Biden. We can thank George for taking these pictures and sending this to us. If you look at Trump, he loses 20,000 votes in 33 seconds. You notice the timestamp here at 11:08:28 and down here 11:09:31. 11:09:01. That's 33 seconds later. He goes from 1,690,000 to 1,670,000. Oh, by the way, Joe Biden picks up 20,000 votes instantaneously. Now, the general public doesn't look at these numbers. They're only looking at the percentages. They would never see that flip in 1 second. And this just is one example that happens many times in many states throughout the election night.